The spine. Now, the spine is kind of being described as a solid column structure that supports our body. What it really is a totally moving column being buffeted by gravity and having to compensate constantly at every nanosecond. You actually grew from the spine, from the head down and the spine out. If you take the development of a child can't really or shouldn't crawl until their upper cervical is developed. They shouldn't walk until their lower spine is developed. In fact, when we push children to walk sooner than they should, we need to know that their spine's developed really before we do. I was guilty of that with my eldest son. We use this as a power source, and it can be used as a power source. It's responsible for you walking. There's been a lot of research done in the extremities. The biomechanists have gone through the extremities up the yin-yang. We know what happens here in the joints, we know what the knees do, we know what the elbows do, we know all about that stuff. We know very little about how the spine is actually a power source. And this proves it. Here's a man with no legs walking. There's no extremities walking that boy, that spine is walking him. He's lost his legs, the spinal wave moves the pelvis moves the legs. Now, you can walk with a fused spine, but not very efficiently. In fact, one of the things that we do when you walk, you actually rotate the spine left to right. That actually has a wave through it, a very micro wave. And by hitting with the two hands, you actually disrupt that spinal wave, which disrupts the rest of it, which gives you guys a bit more science about what's going on. So I've worked with one of the guys that's done a massive amount of research. Dr. Serge Skrikovetsky from Toronto. He's about 85 years of age now. We have lots of interesting conversations. I say, what about this? He goes, I haven't found that. I go, well, I found it. He goes, I'll look at that. Pretty cool at 85 years of age. He was actually a physicist before and he had a spinal injury. He went to 7 doctors for 7 diagnoses. They all wanted to cut him up, and he said, to hell with that. They're all saying a different thing. And so he went down and developed his own system of working on the spine. One of the interesting things with fascia, if you go back, electrical stimulation, we've known about electrical stimulation of muscles since 1660. Think about that for a minute. The first tests were done on electronic eels. 1660, we knew that when we do that, it's electrical impulse. 2 years ago, they just found the electrical impulses in the fascia. 2 years. We've known about muscles, EEG, what is it? I can't remember what it is. Since 1660. And only 2 years ago, we've known about the fascia.